All right, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to embed the online booking form. And the point is we want to make sure this works on the desktop, tablet, and of course, good old mobile. Let me shrink my face down. This is Duda. It's going to be very similar, whether it's Wix, whether it's Duda, and WordPress might be a little different because, I don't know, WordPress, you got all kinds of fancy plugins that you could use to like customize your website with WordPress. But really, it's all kind of the same. You're trying to add a block, an element, a div, a container of HTML code. Plain old HTML. Whatever your program is, you know, I'm gonna show you Duda. Maybe I'll record Wix in the future and WordPress in the future, but if this is too complicated and you can't figure it out, hit me up. I can probably direct you to somebody on Fiverr who can do this for like $5-10 because it's really easy. So you're gonna start by going to Autopilot and going to settings and online booking. Go watch the online booking video. You guys can find that on the autopilotapp.io website. We have all the training videos. You can find the online booking setup to go through all of this and set online booking up. But we're not going to do that in this video. We're just going to click these three dots and hit Get Embed Code. Now, this is going to be the HTML code. It's called an iframe, and we're just going to plop that into here. So to start over, I'm going to delete this. Delete. Okay, cool. You'll see I have this row, as they call it in Duda, and an empty. It says empty, so I can put something in there. So let's go look into the widgets, and you'll see it's going to be very similar on WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Duda, Framer, Webflow. All these website builders will be somewhat. You just kind of have to find it and figure it out. They might call it containers, widgets, divs, elements. In this case, we have a row, and we're going to stick a widget inside of this row. And if there wasn't a row here, what you would do is you would add a row. And I think add a section, so I can literally just hit add section, empty. So now there's two sections, right? And then I'm going to delete this section. Let's go ahead and throw a widget, HTML widget in here. And we're just going to paste that HTML. Now you'll see the height and width right here, iframe, source, height and width. Ignore that for now. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like by default. So here we have this element of HTML, but the iframe, as you can tell, is not like centered or taking up the whole thing or the whole area. So you could like resize this. What I like to do is we're going to edit this HTML. We're going to click on this iframe, and we are going to change this to 100% height, 100% width, and watch what happens. It is now going to take up the entire box, and it'll look centered now. All right, guys, so we have embedded the HTML code. But what I would like to do is, as you can see, this form gets kind of long. So if you want to make the whole form visible, you can like extend this out as much as you want. Otherwise, you'll see they have to scroll inside of here, which is fine. But honestly, you can scroll this out as much as you want. And let's just go ahead and hit publish, okay? Template. Let's do that. Cool. So we are going to go here, and we are going to hit book now. So now you'll see that the booking form, bada boom, bada bang, works great. Next. Look at that. So now the booking form fits perfectly. And the next step is to make this look good on the phone. So I actually pulled up the website on my phone. I'm not sharing my phone screen, but you'll be able to get the idea. You'll see that blur effect. But you can see there's no room for the booking form. Got to put it in front of my face. It's trying to focus on my face. So you'll see there's no booking form. It's really tiny, which matches up perfect with this example here. So it's pretty cool that you can like see the desktop, the iPad. iPad looks, let's make me small. iPad's not too bad. Yeah, actually, let's just shrink the iPad section like this. And honestly, let's go back to the desktop version and do, the section is pretty comfy. Yeah, okay, so the section, this is the element and this is the section. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's go to the phone. So as you can tell, we just need to extend this section out a lot, right? Okay, we're increasing the section. And then we need to, yep, exactly. Actually, I think I'm learning a little bit too. I think this will expand with it. Yeah, okay, so the section can stay like nice and snug. And as I expand this, bada boom, bada bang. I'm just going to go down pretty far just in case it gets longer. There you go, guys. Now let's hit republish. And I'm going to refresh on my phone and make sure that it looks good on here too. And boom, look at that. It looks great. So I'm just going to click through it. Next. Hazardous waste. Boom, boom, boom. Looking good. Next. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, looks great, guys. So it works just fine on, so we're on the last step, contact information. So that is how you configure and add the online booking form into your website. So it just takes a little tweaking, and it's not that hard at all. So I hope that helps, guys. There's also one more thing that I wanted to show you guys real quick that I forgot about, is when you see this form here, it's kind of just floating in the middle. It's its own little web page inside of your web page. And some of you might find it nice to put a border around the side to kind of distinguish. So I'll show you what I mean. If you click on the element, you go to design, and we add a 1 pixel border, and maybe we'll just keep it gray. Let's just see what that looks like. So now I'm gonna hit republish. When I go back to the website and refresh, look, no border. So it kind of like shows them like, okay, I get it. There's this element in here, like, and even if you wanted to shrink this down, let's say you didn't have it as big and you had it like this, like maybe you couldn't even see the next button or something, you had it a lot smaller. Let's go pretty dramatic like this and hit republish. You could even put like a text element above here, and I'll show you why. Because like now that the form is smaller, it's like, okay, now that it's in an element, they might understand they have to scroll, but let's say they didn't know that they had to scroll in here. You could simply just go to widgets, put a big text element right here and say, please scroll within the online booking form. Whatever you want to say, form to see the next button. Whatever you want to say, right? So let's just center this, and let's obviously change the color. There it is. Let's do, where's white? Boom. And we can make it a little bit bigger. That might be too big. Let's go to 24. Bold, white, and center. So republish. And we would have to make the adjustments on the mobile version as well. So you'd have to go through iPad and make these adjustments, mobile, and you would have to make, it looks good actually. So now I'm going to refresh, and your customers will now understand, okay, there's this little widget in here and I have to scroll. So that is how you guys do it. And I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you learned a lot. Thank you.